Hey y'all. Mm. Good morning, y'all. What's today? Tuesday. Tuesday. We coming up to the end of July, right? And we are coming. Today's the last day, as you all, if you've been with me over the last 5 days. Even though I think I'm on like morning breath, 87 or something, y'all. We've been together 87 days, 87 weekdays since I started doing these. Did y'all know that? And y'all know why I started doing them? Hi, Kayla. Y'all know why I started doing these morning breaths? I started doing them to help us move through this process of the pandemic, right? So hopefully, this little activity, this 5-step activity, this excavation that I've been having us do together, hopefully people can use it to kind of remove some things from their bodies and reconcile some things within, even as we experience a pandemic, as we experience this like life-changing, world-changing experience. Hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y'all want to go back over that, right? Hey, good morning, Cece. Let me tell you what I'm talking about today. So y'all know, if you go back over the past 5 sessions we've done, I noticed during this excavation, right, we're trying to remove these residuals and move these memories from our bodies that no longer serve us, these negative emotions that don't serve us. And a lot of times, y'all, we find ourselves functioning in this fear-based view, this fear-based lens. And in actuality, all we want to do is get us some healing, right, y'all? So in the past, I've talked to y'all about the definition of healing, and this is kind of how I define healing. Healing is this active internal process, right, that includes an investigation of our attitudes, of our memories, of our beliefs, with the desire to release negative patterns. We want to release negative rhythms, negative patterns, negative samskaras from us. All of these things essentially prevent us from a full emotional and spiritual self. So y'all get what I'm saying? So these 5 steps that I've been taking us through is so that we can get us some healing. Right? Y'all hear what I said about what healing is? Let me say it again, y'all, because this is serious to me. This process of healing, this daily pursuit of you and healing you. Healing is this active. When I say active, it's not passive. You're not sitting and waiting for something to happen, right, y'all? Healing is this active internal process where we're investigating our attitudes, right? Stories that we've been told, the way that we show up, the ways that we show up, the tone we use, not just with others, but with ourselves. Are we soft towards ourselves? Are we loving towards ourselves? So we have this active investigation of our attitudes, our memories, and our beliefs. And even some of these beliefs and these belief systems that we've adopted that actually don't serve us well, right, y'all? All of this is because we desire to release any negative patterns or rhythms or behaviors in our lives, right? These feedback cycles, these cycles of negative things. I heard that, Rhonda, you said time doesn't heal crap without doing something. Right. Usually when we have time just sets us up to not be so tender in that process of healing. Because sometimes we can be so tender, right? Y'all know when you have a wound, like say you get a cut or a wound, or I don't know about y'all if you ever fell down and skinned your knee. And when it's too open and tender, it's almost like it's too much. You can't pamper it and treat it or take care of it like you should because it's just too tender and it's not ready. So when we're trying to prepare our hearts and get ourselves to a better space after going through something traumatic or something really challenging, or we fell down and we got a scar on our soul or something like that, y'all, we got to give it a little time so that we're able to see clearly in this process, right? Okay, y'all, so we went through the 5, right? Thanks, Rhonda, you like that? Okay, so we went to I notice, right? In this process, we just noticed, and then we went into our bodies to allow that wordless language to speak, right, y'all? So we go into our bodies to inform us. So we went to I notice, right? And then we went to I sense, I feel, and then we went to I interpret, because actually we want to let our body speak to us before we interpret anything. And now, y'all, today I'm going to talk to you all about I reconcile, right? And this morning I was up thinking about this and this process of reconciliation And how reconciliation, it's almost like you're making peace with some things. You're letting some things move on so that you can get, under that rubble of all this stuff within us. Usually there's like some joy and some contentment and some happiness just waiting to burst up, right? But we got so much residual, so much junk in the way, right, y'all? So we're going to talk about reconciliation, and how do we get to that, right, y'all? It's like this process of accepting our experiences, right? So we accept some things that have happened in our life. And accepting doesn't mean like, yes, you said it was okay for that to happen. You accept that it happened and it's done, right? And in that, accepting it, we also get this opportunity to reframe the dynamics of that experience and envision a new way of being. So say something happened to you where you were a victim of maybe some abuse, neglect, or something like that. So in that experience, I guarantee you there was still something that you can receive and learn from that. And we can reframe the dynamic of that. Because one thing that we know already is that the fact that you're here means that you're strong and you were able to overcome, right? So right there, boom, let's reframe. That's one example of a reframe, right, y'all? And reconciliation is simply the act of empowerment that creates this acquiescence for yourself, right? It moves us from this victim consciousness, right, to this accountability of our experiences. It's like, okay, I went through that and now here's what I got from that. It's like we get to establish a new mindset and shift the dynamics of what has been going on, y'all. And y'all know what? In that process, we get to release these long-standing memories from our bodies, right, y'all? From our luminous fields. Sometimes we have some memories in here that just really need to go and get out of our way so that we can create this regeneration of like this life enhancing, this inner wisdom. It's like it's blocking us from getting to our best selves, right, y'all? Underneath all this rubble of fear experiences, we need to move it out of the way. And reconciliation is simply, it's this freedom from karma, right, y'all? And some of y'all, most people don't really understand or know the word karma. Like you'll hear people say stuff like, oh, karma is a bitch. But karma is not about punishment or reward, y'all, right? Karma is, in Sanskrit, the word karma means action, right? To act or to take action, right? So the word karma can refer to the actions of a person, whether that person, it's being actions in their mind or their body. All activity creates karma. Like everything we do creates karma. And y'all can go research a little more about karma. You can go study the Upanishads and learn more about karma, because today ain't about karma, okay, y'all? If you want to learn about karma and causality and all of that stuff. So back to reconciliation. We essentially just want to remove any old footprints, old imprints that are within us, some residuals from some past experience, right? And in that process, we're bringing ourselves to a higher consciousness for an opportunity to remember. So y'all look at that word remember. You got right here, and then you got member right here, right? So remember. We want to bring you back to who you were. Remember. We want to remember you to who you were actually created to be, right? We want to remember you to this place of who were you before the world start telling you who you needed to be, especially because of like words said to you, perhaps verbal abuse or situational abuse, right, y'all? Y'all with me? Y'all here? Oh my gosh. What you say, Francisco, talking about people's knees creates karma, don't it? It made us laugh. That's what it did when I was talking about them knees while you was dancing. All right. So y'all get what I'm saying about this reconciliation, right? We got to reconcile some stuff within us. We get to redefine those relationships from our past. Y'all know what? It's our free will to do so. We can redefine some of those situations from our past, and we can speak about how they'll be in our lives and show up in our lives in a different way. Do y'all hear me? Okay. We get to go back to our original wisdom, right? The way we were created to be. Right? What was really put into us before the world started telling us how to be. All right. I'm getting excited, y'all. I need to calm down. Because most importantly, the only thing I want everybody to do, the only thing I want y'all to do is chase you. That's my number one thing, is encouraging people to chase you. Chase this space that allows you to center your spiritual intentions, your spiritual goals, and your spiritual vision in a way that you can have a direct relationship with the divine, that you can always just be in a space to be able to hear like your greatest ideas, your greatest things that are available to you. Y'all get what I'm saying? Yes, and yes. Okay, y'all. So I'm moving. I get excited when I start thinking about this because that's all I want to do. I just want to see people free. I just want to see people well. So as you go chase you move through those 5 steps. Y'all can go back and look at the 5 ones that I've talked about, right? Go back, move through those 5 steps. I want you to imagine yourself being in a continuous space where you're protected and you're empowered. And as you move into this space of a wealthier, a healthier you, as you move into this space, y'all, I want to invite you to infuse in that space some love, right? Some good old love for yourself, some good old love and some good old tenderness for yourself. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? And I want you to plant all of this. So imagine that you going in. Remember we did this excavation where we're digging out some rubble, digging out some old stuff that need to be removed. And as we remove all that stuff, you know what we're going to do inside of us? We're going to plant some love, some good old love. We're going to plant some good tenderness for ourselves. We're going to plant some empowerment. And those are the things that are going to grow from us. We're going to plant some happiness within us. And those are the things that are going to grow from us. And y'all know, especially in this time, especially because we're all going through this process, this pandemic, whatever we want to call it, y'all know we got to do this on a daily. We got to just notice, right? We got to sit and notice. We got to sense. We got to feel, right? We got to interpret, right? We got to move through those steps that I've talked to you all about. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Let's breathe, okay? You ready to breathe, Rhonda? Okay, let's breathe. So everybody close your eyes. They starting to do some work over there anyway, so I need to get off here. It's getting loud. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Just close your eyes and roll your shoulders back and down. And as you roll your shoulders back and down, see if you can pull that belly button a little closer toward your spine so that you can support your lower back. See if you can open up this chest, right? Open up and bring the shoulders open. It's like you're bringing your angel wings. I always call our shoulder blades. If you're bringing them together, those are your angel wings. So bring your angel wings towards each other, right? So you can have this free and open expansion across the chest, right? And then just begin to notice your breath. And in your position of eyes closed so that you can see, I want you to take a second to just visualize a new way of being, right, y'all? So how would you show up each day if you didn't walk with little pieces of that hurt that you were carrying along? Or that disappointment that you were carrying with you, right? Or even those pieces of resentment that you've been holding on to and not able to let go of. I want you to breathe and see yourself a newer you without those things with you, right? And keep breathing. Breathe into it. Breathe into this vision of a newer you, right? And I want you to notice yourself free of all those past hurts, okay? With your eyes closed, notice you just completely free of all those past hurts. And as you notice it, y'all, as you realize this and see this in your mind, I want you to notice who's with you, right? Who's around you and what does it look like? Keep breathing. Everybody breathe in and breathe out. And then with your eyes closed, the number one thing I want you to notice, brothers and sisters, the number one thing that I want you to notice is that it all comes down to you taking in love as you give out love, right? Giving out love without any restriction. Like you are just that full of love that you're able to just give it out without any restriction. You're able to give out happiness and give out joy without any restriction. Okay, y'all? Because all that rubble has been moved away. Everybody stay here for one more breath. See yourself. See some good love around you, some good tenderness. See some empowerment. See some answers. And when y'all ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Right? So opening your eyes. This I reconcile step that I just talked you all through, this step is empowered action and it heals, right? And we want to allow it to come into our lives on a regular, right? We want to see ourselves show up in a different way because we want to walk in that healness, right? We want to live with joy and contentment all the time, right? So this joy is long lasting, y'all, right? right? It's not just happiness. You know, happiness is based being happy is based on happenings, right? What's happening around you. But this just continuous joy inside of you, you got to get all these residuals out, all that rubble out in order for you to be with that continuous joy. Okay, y'all. Oh, I just pay attention to the time. I got to get off here. But we have this acceptance for all that has transpired in our life, and know that everything that has transpired in our life came to teach us, right, y'all? So I'm going to just tell y'all one more time before we go. What is healing? This definition of healing. Healing is this active internal process that includes an investigation of our attitudes, right? Of our memories, right? Of our beliefs, with the desire to release any negative patterns or rhythms that prevent us from a full emotional and spiritual self, right? And in that process, we're just chasing ourselves. So go chase you. Go chase you. And you want to know what else? Katie girl, go chase you. That's all I want you to do every day is chase you. Everybody take a breath in. And sigh it out. Right, y'all? That's those 5 steps. I'll probably be talking about something else tomorrow. We'll see what I download in my process of meditating tomorrow. Okay, y'all? Y'all have a good one. Have a real good Tuesday.